Look, here we are again. Welcome back, or welcome for the first time to the big online sports quiz. You are very, very welcome. My name's Lanx, one of the hosts for this evening. Here's Katie, and there's Johnny up there. Listen, thanks for coming tonight. A Friday night. We know it's still grim times, but there's potentially light at the end of the tunnel, isn't there? Spring's on its way. And we've got good news of a pathway for the majority of us, and hopefully the news will come in the different regions soon. So it's good to be here. Katie, how are things north of the border? How are you?
Yeah, doing fine, thank you. Enjoying the stretching days, bit more sunlight to be able to get out, a bit later running and things, so it's good.
It's nice, isn't it? It is nice. You just feel it. Someone said they could smell spring in the air. Just recently to me, and it's kind of true, isn't it?
Yeah.
Johnny, you well? Listen, people hate this chat. I understand that. They just want to get cracking. So over to the Reedmeister General. How do we play the quiz?
Here's how you play. Welcome back. If you've been back before, you know how it works. If you're new, here's a run through. You're watching it live on YouTube. Great. You have achieved the first thing. There's no marks for that, but well done. You're watching us on YouTube. Then you've hopefully got your team video call, messenger app. Maybe you're sitting on a sofa at home. Lots of ways to play with us this evening. Key thing, though, appoint a captain to fill in your answers. Quiz sheets there, /quiz sheets. Hopefully you've all got it already. That's where you can find it. That's where you put your answers in. That's where you give us your team name, all important team name. We'll give you a few minutes to do that now. And that's where you'll be in for winning a prize if you manage to fill those in and get the top mark tonight.
Nice, really simple.
That's it. Very simple. Should we give them 30 seconds to sort their team name out if they haven't already?
Yeah, if it's necessary now. 30 seconds. Off you go. Look, it's worth saying, Katie, isn't it, as well? The chat. If you're on your own or just with a partner in your house, you might listen to the chat that we've got have in between rounds. But the majority we know are well away with the questions, and they're on their own devices, and they've got it all linked up with their teams, and they're playing away and trying to work out the answer with the last thing on their minds, which is understandable and it's appreciated. That's fine. We're fine with that. All right.
Absolutely.
But we've got one or two good things to talk about tonight. As I'm looking at the script, I'm thinking this is a good night.
I love that you're making it sound like we know what we're going to say, Lanx.
Don't we? Right, come on, save for the evening. What's happening, Katie?
Yes,
how does this work?
Yeah, I'm sure that for those of you who have done this more than once, you'll know what to expect. But if you're new here, just need a reminder, we're going to be with you for about 80 minutes. Listen, we're going to have 4 rounds of questions, 60 seconds per question. There's going to be some familiar rounds. You'll have done them before if you've done the quiz before. But we also have some twists for you this evening, some brand new rounds. As always, after those 4 rounds of questions, there is a tiebreaker. This is always important because lots of teams tend to be very neck and neck to the stage. So this just cuts it through and sorts everyone out. So tiebreaker question. Then obviously, please don't forget this important step to submit your answer sheet, particularly if you are keen on one of those prizes. So that's a crucial moment for your captain. You need to be able to rely on them for that. After that, we're going to hear a short talk on the Christian faith. And then we are going to go through the answers to the quiz. And then, all important, we will be announcing the winners, and particularly the winner of the ultimate prize. Now, Lanx, last month, you kicked it up a notch. You know, we'd been, trundling along £50 voucher, but last month, you were very generous. What are you thinking this time?
Well, no, same as last time. We're not upping it again. It's slow gains in this game, Katie. So we've got £75 voucher of your choice as well. There we go. You decide as the winning team. Yeah, don't just let your captain decide this either. It's got to be a team decision which voucher you go for. Johnny, which one would you go for if you won?
I think £75 at Just Eat would do me very well.
Yeah, you, Katie?
I'd find it hard to look past that as well, actually.
Oh, I think we had exactly the same discussion a month ago. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot about that. Look, we do know that the winning team from last time, they opted for an Amazon voucher. And do you know what they did with it? They donated it to the Exeter Food Bank.
Ah,
Very
That's
good.
fair play, isn't it?
oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, that's
That
really
is
nice.
very nice. So listen, a
Yeah.
voucher could be yours this evening. It's all to play for. We've got a leaderboard as well. So if you don't make kind of podium and get top prize, don't worry. You have a little look at the leaderboard and see where you come within the whole the board of everyone that plays, but also there's some defined boards as well in terms of different clubs, different sports. So check out where you fare tonight. And look, we say this every time. It is in your best interest not to cheat. Okay? So do not Google, let's play fair. Is that fair?
Sounds
That's
fair.
fair. And Johnny, we'd love comments, don't we? We'd love to hear what's going on out there.
We're enjoying. As in, to be fair, the comments coming in, people are telling us where they're playing for. We've got somebody claiming they're from Burundi, which, if they are, really warm welcome.
That really could just be to get
They could just be to try and get well, and I've fallen for it, haven't I? I've said that straight away. So do use the comments on the live stream. We'll read a few out as we go along. We'll have a little bit of chat each round, maybe a question for you to think about. As Lang said, some people like the comments, some people don't, just like some people like to listen to us and some people don't. Feel free to turn them off if you don't want them. Just hit hide chats, hit the X if you're on a mobile. Do get in touch on social media as well, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Show us your setup, show us your team, give us a wave maybe. Maybe you're going to wear an outfit tonight. Maybe you're all dressed up for the occasion. I don't know. It's different ways people play it. So what we'll do now, though, we'll give you another 30 seconds. If you've just joined us, that's how you're going to play. We'll give you 30 seconds, and then we'll go straight in to round one.
Nice.
Some teams might be dressing up. Really.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. Well, as a maybe, we'll say a little bit about the next quiz later, but maybe that would be an opportunity for people to really get dressed up. Sort of, I don't know. Shirt and tie.
Listen, I'd love to hear from any team that is getting dressed up tonight to play the quiz.
Yeah, it'd be great. As in, we have had one once on their wedding anniversary. They were dressed up.
I remember that.
Yeah, they were fully. Oh, there's that 6 of them.
Right, come on. The chat's been bad. We've had a bad start. I think we've used your bad banter already. Let's get on with it, shall we? Come on, round one. Round one is sort of trivia. The first one is always sporting trivia. It has to be. That's how you play a sports quiz. And we're in the Six Nations. So every answer is one of the Six Nations. It should be straightforward. Your captain will have the answer sheet, and it's very easy. There's your drop-down menu. You've got 6 options every time. Quite simple. Should we go? We all good? Come on then. Round one, question 1. 60 seconds for each question. Let's go. Since 2000 and the formation of the Six Nations, there have been 107 matches played by each nation. Which nation has won the most matches since then? Nice one to start with.
Yeah. Have you been following the Six Nations, Lanks?
Look, I'm not an avid fan, Katie, but it's on. It's always in the background. The Six Nations. Whoever's playing. My wife is from Northern Ireland, so we have the Island Games on. She's not too bothered either, but we have them on. So yeah, there's a few. Yeah, it's good. It's enjoyable, but no more than that. I guess you're more of an avid fan than I am. That's what I'm guessing.
I do love it. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. Don't like to miss the games.
That's fair.
Okay, right. On to question 2 then. So which of the Six Nations had the most men seeded in the top 20 for the Australian Open this year? So that's going to be, so it's not a rugby question, but it's still going to be one of the Six Nations that are involved in the rugby tournament, just for clarity.
That's good. No, that was needed, actually. That was needed, to be fair. Look, Six Nations, we know it's an epic sports competition, isn't it? It is, to be fair. Let's have a bit of chat around top sports competitions, right? Okay. What's our top competitions of sport? We'll go for top 3, Katie, all right? So after the next question, I want to know your top competition of sport.
Okay, I'll have a think.
Yeah.
Consider carefully.
Yeah. And get your comments in as well if you want to play along.
Yeah.
We already had someone in straight away.
Oh, wow.
Really? Oh, fair play. Here we go. Question number 3. Which nation was runner-up in the 2018 Women's Hockey World Cup?
Mm.
Very good. Okay, one of the 6 nations. Who is it? Okay, Katie, come on.
Yeah.
Let's go in reverse order. So have you got
Okay.
top 3? Have you got a top 3?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's very personal taste, isn't it? Probably my third one would probably be the Football World Cup, actually.
Can you beat that? How come you've got 2 above your third?
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's personal taste. But I do always really look forward to the World Cup. I must admit, I do love it.
Yeah, me too.
You sound defeated, thanks.
I really do. No, I was just thinking. Well, I'll let you go with question 4.
Okay, yeah. Question 4 then. So wheelchair tennis 2016 Paralympic gold medalist Gordon Reid was born in which nation? There you go. So what was your number 3? What would be your number 3 then, Lanks?
Just checking with Reedy, that is any relative of yours?
Oh, right, yeah, important.
Gordon Reid, not that I'm aware of, no.
Okay, just needed to check that, Katie.
Always good.
In third place, I haven't thought about this actually.
Thanks.
In third place, yeah. Do you know what? This might be a bit controversial. Snooker World Championships.
Really?
World Championships at the Crucible in Sheffield.
Right.
That is an epic tournament.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you read the next question. I've got more questions.
Question 5. Since the Women's Six Nations was established in 2002, England have won 11 times. Who has won the next most tournaments?
Okay, so Lanks, what is it about the snooker world champions then, the Crucible?
As a lad, I actually went there a few times.
Okay,
to
nice.
watch some of the snooker. Yeah, I got into it a little bit. I had an older brother who took me to the snooker halls as well, so I got into snooker a bit.
Fair.
Yeah, the atmosphere is electric at the Crucible, Katie.
Okay.
Yeah, can't beat it. For indoor sport.
Although it is your third place, so you obviously can beat it.
Oh, yeah, well, indoor sport. I just qualified it by saying
indoor. Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah. Cool. I'm looking forward to your top 2.
Yeah, there you go. It's going to have to go big or go home. Right, here we go. Question 6. Americans have won more men's Grand Slam golf tournaments than any other nation. Which nation is second in the list? Okay, so number 2 on my greatest competitions would actually have to be Wimbledon.
Ooh.
I just love it. I love that it comes around every year. I think that's an extra bonus. I just love everything about it, actually. I love the way that people queue and camp overnight and just the whole thing. No, I do actually love it. So yeah, that would be my second. I know it's not quite on the same scale as other competitions, but I do think it's great.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Nothing to push back on you on that, Katie.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, no, happy with that. Question number 7. Which nation is second in the all-time European Rowing Championship medal table behind the USSR, Russia? Good question. One of the 6 nations. Wow.
One of them.
Really good.
So what's your second one then, Lanks?
Could be a little controversial again, but it's not controversial, is it? Because you've already stated it is the parameters. It's all personal, isn't it? The Winter Olympics.
Ooh.
Nice.
Do you know something quite special about the Winter Olympics? Maybe because it's outside of our borders, isn't it? Because we don't really, apart from in Scotland, there's a bit of skiing going on. It's just all it's all out there. It's all like wow and mystery of the ice rink and the cross country and then the downhill.
Mystery. What do they do there?
It's like not many of us are used to that kind of temperature.
Okay, right. Question 8. Anyway, which of the 6 nations was represented in the 2016 Olympics men's 100-meter final?
Oh, good question.
That's a good question.
I do know what you mean though, Lanx, about the Winter Olympics. I've been following a bit of the NHL because they just did a game out like at Lake Tahoe with the lake behind them, outdoors, no fans. Looked phenomenal. And then I went into a whole world of outdoor ice rinks as a whole thing of like in your back garden. Amazing. And that's so foreign to us.
So foreign.
When would you ever have an outdoor ice rink? But they look amazing.
Yeah.
So
maybe the word was
something about it.
Yeah. I just think it's epic. I think I know what your number 1's going to be as well, Katie, as well.
Okay. Yeah. I feel my number 1 is inevitable, but still true.
Right. Question number 9. 5 of the top 10 points scorers for the British and Irish Lions rugby union team are from which nation? So 5 of the top 10 point scorers for the British and Irish Lions. Which nation did they come from? It's a great question.
Good question.
Really good question. Johnny, we're coming to you as well for your top sport competition. Just one. You can give us your top one.
Yeah, it's tricky.
But let's hear it, Katie. Your number 1.
For me, it just has to be the Olympics. Like this, I mean, for me personally, it's the Summer Olympics and Paralympics. Just epic. I just think I love that it's like the pinnacle of so many people's like 4-year cycle. You know, I think like folk that really like their whole careers, they maybe only get to go to 1 or 2 Olympics, and just how much it means. I just think it's just amazing, and all the different sports that are there. That's what I love about it. Okay, here we go. Question 10. Which of the 6 nations has won the most men's football European Cup Champions League titles? There you go. Johnny, what's your number 1?
Wait, then let me just clarify this question. Johnny. We're not talking Euros here, are we, Johnny?
No, European Cup Champions League.
Okay.
UEFA, we could have added in, but that would have still had the confusion. UEFA Euros, but yeah.
That's good.
Clubs.
Club level.
My greatest, as in the Olympics is up there. It's probably the Ashes for me.
Great competition.
Like Test match cricket, there's nothing better than it for me. So I'm gutted that I had the whole of tomorrow planned out to watch the Test match, but it finished in 1.5 days. Livid. So yeah, the Ashes, I think, for me.
Good reader. Hey, listen, at the end of round 1, we always have a recap. So you've got 1 minute per every 5 questions. So
just a point of clarity on question 2 from the chat. It is singles. Top 20 single seeded players for the Australian Open this year, not doubles, singles. I have no idea if that will affect the answer or not, but definitely singles.
Very good. Lovely. And as this is happening, Johnny, any comments in from the from people watching about their favourite sports competitions?
Well, what somebody else said the Olympics.
Yeah.
And then the main comment is more somebody praising Katie's most carefully arranged and well lit bookcase. Has anyone ever seen a more carefully arranged and well lit bookcase?
That's a fair point.
Listen, lovely, my husband did the lighting, so he'll be thrilled. So
yeah, no, that as in some ways that's it. And then the rowers last time got in touch with me saying there's not enough or any rowing questions last time.
Oh,
and you can't appease everyone, but they're happy with the rowing question. They're just not happy with the difficulty of the rowing question.
Oh dear.
So that's fair. We're always it's tricky to keep it all happy.
There you go.
Look, last 30 seconds to get your answers filed in. We know that there's some latecomers to the party. Always is, understandably as well. So we give you a bit of time.
Lanks, you haven't shared with us your number one. I'm assuming it'll be controversial as well, is it?
Well, there's no controversy on this one at all, Katie. I mean, it was your third place one, so there's not much to say about that.
Nice.
The World Cup, I mean, 1990 for me was the moment that my eyes were opened to football and the beautiful game.
Oh,
it's wonderful.
Great. Okay, there we go. Round one done then.
Come on, what are we on? Round two. Let's go for it.
Straight on to it. Okay, so this one, a little bit of a classic, I think it'd be fair to say. Basically, we've got a clip for you that you're going to watch. Do watch the video carefully. It's an observation round, so split it up among your team if you're playing with a team, things to look out for. And then we'll have some questions for you, 10 questions, and it will really test how closely you've all watched the clip. So
and can I just say, I mean, there is a twist in this as well. You have to look double carefully. You'll see in a moment. It is an epic video. I just was caught up in the emotion of it, but all the best trying to pick out some of the answers for this. So go for it.
We're never alone, and that is our strength. Because when we're doubted, we'll play as one. When we're held back, we'll go farther and harder. If we're not taken seriously, we'll prove that wrong. And if we don't fit the sport, we'll change the sport. We know things won't always go our way.
And the world's sporting events are postponed or cancelled.
But whatever it is, we'll find a way. And when things aren't fair, we'll come together for change.
We have a responsibility
to make this world a better place.
And no matter how bad it gets, we will always come back stronger. Because nothing can stop what we can do together.
So good. Such an amazing clip. Okay, well, I hope that you were able to spot some of the things in it, though, and not just get carried away. So here's question one. What is the number we see the first athlete wearing on her bib before she races?
I reckon every team in the land might have the answer to this one.
Oh, that's good.
I just think that first one, you go, I'm just going to nail this. And then you get caught up in the film and you forget to be looking out for certain things. We'll see.
We'll see. I was going to say, I'm actually not sure I could answer this question. So I think you're right, though, Lanks.
Yeah, it's a big claim, that, isn't it? Sorry. It is a great clip, though, isn't it?
I mean, Johnny, you're an I mean, like the editing of that video.
Don't get him started, Katie. Stop there, Johnny. Question number 2. What slogan was written on the white T-shirts of the women's lacrosse team yelling in a huddle?
Yelling in the word.
Do you remember what it said?
I've got that one.
You have? Well done.
Yeah.
Johnny, shall we let you wax lyrical? Editing of that.
I think it showed itself off, didn't it? It's something, I can't remember. It was something like they looked through 150,000 different clips or something to match it up. And then they actually, you may not have spotted, it was a few they filmed themselves to match the actual footage they had. So it's utter genius.
Oh, wow.
The way they managed to make it work. So watch it again. You can find it online. We haven't allowed you this time to rewind. Somebody's asked, can I play back if we missed some questions? I think we worked out as a loophole in our potential for cheating. So I'm afraid you can't rewind it at the moment.
Okay, well, here we go with question 3 then. What is the colour of the wheelchair we see the basketball player getting into?
Yeah, I think I got that.
Hasn't quite picked up pace yet. It's a relatively gentle start, and then
Then
all the
getting brutal.
Then all the best.
What are these? Are you suggesting these are the easier questions, Johnny?
I think the start is always slightly easier because you're like you said, that first shot, you're going to get that one, you imagine, because your brain's in it. I think it's harder once you're trying to keep more things in your brain. But we'll see. People did quite well in the observation round last time. It's some people hate it, some people like it, but
it's a good leveler, isn't it? I like the observation round. Question 4. On which leg does the para-athlete flipping on the beach have their prosthetic? Well, 50-50 always.
I'd like to give one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, but shine.
Yeah, people will be playing this out in living rooms all over the world.
Very jealous of the lady on the beach.
Yeah, but it could be soon, Johnny.
Could be soon. As in, I don't think I'll be doing a backflip or whatever that was on the beach anytime soon. But
no, but hopefully you'll be on the beach soon.
Yeah,
you try one.
May never see me again after that.
Okay, here we go with question 5 then. Which nation does the injured soccer player lying on the floor play for?
It's a 1 in 200 chance.
Yeah, tough one. Sophie. I tell you which sport and competition we didn't mention. The Ryder Cup.
True.
That's epic, isn't it?
That's this September, I think, isn't it? Meant to be, if they can.
Yeah. I mean, if pushed, I could scrub out my number 3 of the World Championship snooker tournament at the Crucible for the Ryder Cup. Yeah. Now I think about it.
Atmosphere.
Yeah.
Electric. Oh, question number 6. A baseball player breaks a bat on his knee. Which team name is shown on his shirt? Oof.
I mean, that must take some doing. Breaking a baseball bat on your knee. You must be pretty annoyed to be able to do that.
Well, on the other side, it was a golfer, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that must also take a lot of effort.
I mean, which would you prefer, Katie?
Yeah, I don't know.
Neither.
Probably, I don't think I'd manage either, to be fair.
No, you're right. I mean,
I've just hurt my leg.
Just cracking it over your knee and then throwing it away.
Frustration.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, on to question 7 then. So these are getting harder, are they, Johnny?
Well, potentially.
Okay, here we go. As now, what do you think? Colin Kaepernick takes a knee. Which letter is seen on multiple orange items behind him?
Ooh.
So that's a 1 in 26 chance of getting it right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, it could be the Greek alphabet as well, Katie.
Could be. Could be. He did say it was getting harder.
Yeah, you're right. Question number 8. How many times do we see LeBron James in the clip?
Mm-hmm. Can you think of any other sporting adverts that like just stay in your mind over the years?
That stumped me, that one, Katie.
I know.
Great adverts.
Adverts, yeah.
Sporting ones, or like
Yeah.
John Smith adverts, and then those kind of things.
No, sporting. We'll keep it sporting.
All right, I'll give it some thought and come back to you after question 9.
Yeah, I mean the Nike ones are normally pretty good.
They're up there, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
question 9. Oh no, that's you, isn't it? Go.
It is. Here we go. Right, which country's women's cricket team do you see in a huddle in the clip?
Somebody just mentioned the Nike ads with Brazil in the airport. Remember those?
Those were
Yoga Benito. Yeah, I'm going to butcher that, but something like that, where you got like Ronaldinho doing flicks in an airport. Yes. They're very good.
They are good. You're right.
Yeah, good shout.
That is a good shout.
It's all Nike, isn't it? Though you can't go outside of that to find.
Well, the
question 10. How many different balls do we see in total throughout the clip? Oh, what a question.
That's brutal.
Come on, get chatting about that one.
Brutal.
Keep people on my toes.
Go on, Reedy. Have you got some good sporting advert? There's
some very good it's like the guys who do Head and Shoulders and things like that. We've used them in the quiz before, so that's why I know them, because I keep my ear to the ground for observation rounds and quizzes. They've done with the like thank you mum. Those ones are very moving. They get you crying. Where it kind of follows the children through their career until they become an Olympian.
Very good.
They're good. The Channel 4 Meet the Superhumans one for the Paralympics is very good. That was quite famous when it came out.
There we go. End of round 2.
Woohoo! Look, straight on to round 3, shall we? Straight on to round 3, and then we'll have a little break after that. Okay. Round 3, the greatest rivals. Look, here's the plan. You're going to see 4 pictures. We'll label them A, B, C, D for you. And then you've got to identify from the description the 2 parties involved in these greatest sporting rivalries. So it could be A and D you're looking for, or C and D, or B and A. And you've got those options on your drop down. The captain's got all that. So I think it's pretty straightforward, but I'm looking forward to this round very much. Should we get on and play? Let's do it. Question 1. A rivalry born on the college basketball scene. In the 1980s, these 2 NBA greats won 8 championships between them. There we go. A, B, C, and D. You need to choose 2 letters.
It's always so good when you get like 2 people at the top of their game, isn't it? Playing for different teams or competing. Like that's where you see sport often at its best, don't you?
Yeah, you do, Katie. And we can't really talk about this, can we? Because we could give an answer away to another question of kind of, let's talk about rivalries. So instead of that, why don't we talk about iconic sporting moments? Moments that you've just kind of teed it up, really. Let's question 2.
Yeah, okay. Question 2. So these 2 international teams have been involved in every World Cup in their sports history. So it's not even just the name. You've got to know the badges here.
Very good. I like that one.
That's a challenge.
Very, very good. So iconic sporting moments, Katie. Top three as well. It doesn't have to go in the order of top three. Just let's talk about three that have caught your imagination in the total time that you've lived and watched sport.
The total time. Well, I said that one of my favorite sporting competitions is the Olympics. Super Saturday at London 2012 was, pretty, for lots of reasons, was very special.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Good shout. That's a good start. That'd have been top, probably. Question 3. These two local rivals have stadiums located less than a mile from each other. A, B, C, D.
Okay.
Ruth's telling us for 2020 World Cup in England, greatest sporting moment.
Which moment?
Well, I'm imagining she either means when they won in the Caribbean in 2010, or she means the World Cup last summer. 2019.
Sorry.
I think she said T20 World Cup England. So England won the T20 World Cup in 2010 in the Caribbean. So it could be that.
Got it. Sorry. That was when Stokes did his business, wasn't it?
In the World Cup final in 2019 was Stokes when it deflected off his bat. Yeah, the run out, super over.
That was incredible.
Okay, well, here we go with question 4. A combined 22 NFL championships and an engagement that began in 1921, these clubs have become the league's longest rivalry with 184 regular season and postseason games. There we go.
Good round this, Reedy.
Well, I can't take much credit for this. Somebody else wrote this one.
No, don't you worry.
No, well done them.
I'm just saying, good round, Reedy, good round, Katie.
Well, yeah, no, it is. It is a very well written round. It's good fun. This bit of debate.
Come on, Lanx, then give us one of your greatest sporting moments.
You know which moment I can vividly remember, only because I was there. Not that I support the team at all, but I'll tell you about it in a moment. Question 5. This rivalry proved to be one of the most dramatic, talked about feuds to ever hit the sports world. More than 2 decades later, we have a movie to tell the story of these figure skaters. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've thrown me there, Reedy. It's a tough one.
All part of the mysterious world of the Winter Olympics, thanks.
Yeah, keeping those figure skating fans happy.
That's all mysterious to me, that, Katie. I've got a clue of any name. No, there we go. So 1999 Champions League final. In Manchester United, that kind of 2 goals in 2 minutes, whatever it was, right at the end of the game, and just the reaction, the celebrations. I'm not a Man United fan, but I just thought that was an epic, iconic sporting moment.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. Well, there we go. There's Man U's badge. These 2 women's Super League rivals have finished in the top 3 of the league every season since 2015. Which ones are they? In terms of another great sporting moment it's maybe a little bit cliche because I am Scottish, but it's actually, I think even if you're not Scottish, then Andy Murray's win at Wimbledon after, I think it was 77 years, a British male champion. That was special. I think that's one of these moments I'll remember.
Yeah, I think you're right, Katie. It's good shout. No bias in there at all.
None, obviously not.
Question 7. These rivals have played each other 56 times, with the younger of the 2 having won the majority of their matches.
Mm.
Ooh. I mean, it can either be A and B or C and D, can't it?
Yeah, I think so.
50-50.
Yeah.
There's lots of good moments coming on the chat.
Okay.
Oh, come on,
Hundreds, in fact. So we've got Johnny Wilkinson's drop goal, 2003 World Cup.
Yeah, brilliant.
Joel Stransky, the 1995 World Cup. I think that was all the drop goals as well.
I mean, that's going back a bit, isn't it?
That's going back a bit, isn't it? Aguero, that Man City moment. If you're a Man City fan, that'd be big for you, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Somebody's got Gaza here as well. Thanks, Gaza.
Oh,
1990
stop there. I'm
semi-final.
going to wait for that one. You can ask me that in 2 questions time.
Okay, well, these Olympians share a rivalry in the women's 200 meters. The two sprinters share 17 Olympic medals between them and are still in training now. That is startling in itself.
Yeah, well. Woohoo.
So would Gaza feature in some of your greatest moments then, Lanks?
The greatest moment of yeah, I was a young lad, 1990 World Cup semi-final, England, Germany. I'll just talk about question 9 first.
Feel free.
Question 9, 3 fights, 41 rounds. Their most prestigious fight took place in October 1975, where the winning boxer collapsed on the floor seconds after being handed victory.
Wow.
Who are the rivals? To be fair, there's been some epic boxing contests, hasn't there, over time?
I think we've got Fury Joshua to come, don't we, this year? I think.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I think so.
You are right. After question 10, Katie, I'll pick up the narrative.
Oh, great. Oh, great. Okay. Right, here we go then. Question 10. Nicknamed the Rocket and the Wizard of Wishaw, these two snookering heavyweights have been long-running rivals and are both the same age.
I mean, that's an easy one for me, being, growing up in the Crucible.
Yeah.
So there it was, England, Germany, and and look, it's 1-1, and Gaza's having the game of his life, and he's just gone a little bit too far in a tackle, and he's caught the lad, and the referee's giving him a yellow card, and that means that he can't play in the next game, which if England won would have been the final. And you saw I think it was the first time that any footballer cried on TV, and now everyone else kind of follows Gaza. It was that moment as a young lad. That was the moment that got me. It wasn't even a goal, wasn't a win. It was just a moment in a full-grown man crying because he would make the next game. That's it. Right. On that note, that was the end of round 3. And that was a good round, very enjoyable. We're going to have a break, aren't we? 3 minutes, so it's a short break because we don't think you need any longer. So fill up your glasses, do what you got to do. Back here, 3 minutes time. Let's go.
Okay, great. Welcome back. Hope that break was sufficient for all your needs. We're going to go straight on to question 4, which is a new round, I believe. Is that right, Johnny?
Brand new.
Yeah, new rounds. This is listen up. And what you're going to do is you're going to hear 15 to 20 seconds of audio. And what you need to do is to try and identify who is speaking in each. So key that hopefully everyone knows will have noticed that they need to unmute for this round, otherwise it's going to be problematic. So 10 audio clips, you just need to identify the famous sports person who is speaking. Okay, right, ready to crack on with the first one then?
I think people are ready. Let's get going.
What I will say is the royal family posted a message, which was, I mean, wow. I was just, every time I was shown, I saw someone on my social media just saying who had posted about me, and to see the royal family do a personal post, I think that was, for me, that was the most, that's one of the biggest honors I feel like I've experienced.
There you go. So there you go. You can see the countdown on the screen. Get your answers in for that one. And then the next audio clip will just play. So be on your guard for that.
Somebody's asking, surnames are okay. Ideally, full names. Will be generous with surnames only.
I know what will have happened in many front rooms, though, Katie. People will just be like sitting there all flustered, waiting for the question to come on.
Yeah.
I would have listened.
Quite possibly panic across the nation.
Come on, listen up.
I mean, you look at all of the top players now have these massive teams around them, and it has to, that's the way it is. I mean, when I was playing, I couldn't even afford to take my coach with me, so I just travelled on my own. So I was travelling around the world on my own, doing my own flights, booking my own hotels and everything. So it's a whole different world now. But they get paid a lot more, so they can afford to have a team, you see.
There you go. Another famous sporting voice.
Cool, great.
Okay, here comes another one then.
He keeps up that form, it won't be long till he's back in the England squad if he keeps up that level, which he done tonight, adding goals to it as well. It was a great opening night for him, and not only the goals, but he made the team play better tonight as well.
Very good. Oh, I like this round. This is up there. Lovely. Get ready for question number 4.
And I remember my parents kind of sat me down and they were like, see, like, we know you're intelligent and we know you're talented, but obviously if you don't work hard, it doesn't mean anything. So you have to work hard to be able to achieve stuff. And when you learn that at like 11 years old or 10 years old, it stays with you. So I always think it's great that I'm like fast, it's great that I'm talented, but without hard work, it really doesn't mean very much, because there's loads of people that are talented in the world, but you do have to work hard to achieve your goals. So yeah.
Are you getting these, Katie, do you think?
There's a couple I'm very confident with, and then there's a couple that I've got a couple of candidates in my mind for that I'm not just, I would be taking a little bit more of a gamble on. What about you?
Yeah, I think I've got 3 out of 4.
Confident?
You've got number 3, right?
See, number 3 be one I've got 2 people in mind.
Okay.
I think we can take a huge amount of belief and confidence from the last 12 months that we've been playing together. We're progressing as a nation, and we're going to continue to work hard to get the best out of ourselves. And we've got a few new boys that have had some experience. We've got some fresh faces as well, which is exciting for us and refreshing. So.
Oh, spoke too soon, Katie. Tricky one.
Oh, I'm more confident with that one.
Yeah. Yes.
If you're a radio fan, this is probably, if you listen to a lot of sport in the radio, this is probably quite a good round for you.
Maybe.
And now just concentrate on playing a bit of club and doing other things in my life, really. I've been very fortunate. I've had a fantastic career. I've had a fantastic team around me and management staff, and I think it's now time for me to step away and let someone else take that 7 shirt and take it to another level.
There you go. Tricky.
Little clues in all these. Little clues sometimes, but tricky.
Oh, you're right. Oh, that's going to get people talking, that, isn't it? Wow.
Okay, here we go with the next clip then.
And whenever things have got tough or hard, that's the sort of what I try and bring myself back to. That and the fact that there was a 10-year-old kid who would be playing on the street, in the driveway, in the garden with my brother, and that's what I try and drag it back to when things aren't quite going so well.
Yeah, happy with that one, Katie?
No, not so much. No.
Okay. Oh, it's gone quick, this, hasn't it, tonight?
Yeah.
Look at us. What are we on now? Question 7?
8.
No way. Question 8.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously it's been an emotional day. Last day with the team. It's been 11 years. I'm excited about what lies ahead, but it's also time for me to reflect on all the highs and lows, really, of the last 11 years.
Was there a clue in that other voice shouting over the top, reader?
I was trying to hear it.
I did try and listen to check that there wasn't, but I couldn't quite tell. So if somebody's managed to hear slang, fair play.
Oh, good, very good.
Chat's gone very quiet.
Oh, it has. Look at our chat.
I know.
Yeah.
Right up, hasn't it?
Non-existent.
Yeah. Ooh.
Here we go with question 9 then.
I mean, the 200's tough. I think I'm going to give it a little try in January, see how I do. I've been doing it ISL once or twice. I'll do it in London. But it's 200. It's not my event at all. I know that. But again, it's so important for my fitness. I did it into Rio, and I dropped it after April. So maybe just see the same approach, do it through the winter, and see where we end up.
You really need a team to answer these questions, don't you? 4 or 5, 6 of you just kind of feeding in. If you're on your own, sitting at home, I know 1 or 2 people are. They're just texting me saying, "Cool, this is hard. Sitting on my own." It is very hard. Oof.
Disadvantage of a team is you can be persuaded against your first instinct, though.
Yeah, if you've just got a loudmouth in your team that just gives it everything, it can be the worst, can't it? Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, last question then of round 4.
I feel a little bit funny after I took that sip. I For me, my feelings, I'm really happy right now. I think this is a moment that I've been working for during the entire preseason.
Wow.
Cool, you've really brought us back down to earth with a bang, really. That
Yeah.
round. First 4 or 5, gettable. Second half.
I'm happy. You've had a good 7 out of 10 in every round. You've had a good night.
Is that that's
Well,
what
I think so. And if some people will then be really good, they'll get 8s and 9s. But yeah.
Yeah, very good. This is your favourite moment of the night now, isn't it, Johnny?
The tiebreaker. Love a tiebreaker. Right. Here we go. How many yards in total were gained by offensive teams on completed passes in the NFL 2020 season in total? So you could word it, what were the total number of yards passed, completed passed? But we had to have the wording quite specific for proper NFL fans.
Yeah.
So, total yards completed.
Oh my.
It'll be a big number. That's not giving it away. It will just be a random number. You just got to try and get as close as you can. See what you can do.
It's not giving it away. I don't think it's being helpful in any sense.
No. As in that we've had, I think, is this quiz number 10 or 11? I think 2 of them have been won by the tiebreaker. So it's important to be close.
Yeah.
At least not be way out. So
good point.
Right. There we go. So it comes down to this then, getting your answers in, Lanks.
2 minutes. I mean, this is it, isn't it? I still hear of teams that have worked really hard in the last hour or so, only to be thwarted by the incompetence of their captain, who can't submit the answer sheet in the 2 minutes.
Oh, help. You don't want that.
So the less talking we do, the better, I think, in this moment. You've got to submit your answers in the next 1 minute 20. And then we will compile all the results and we'll announce the winner after the little film that we're going to watch together in a minute's time. So do please work hard. Come on, push your captain to get it done. Don't wait till the last moment and then for their internet to go bang and you lose all your answers. Get it in. Oh.
It's funny, I can see the number flying in live of how many are flying in at times. Some people are straight in.
Oh, really?
Must be 2 minutes straight in, and then there's now a rush.
Well, are they still coming in now? Yeah.
Some still coming in now. Most of them seem to come in about 1 minute 30 to 1 minute. You get quite a lot there of they're probably just checking a few things and then in. There's not very many now. They've only got 20 seconds.
Help.
Yeah, as if you're coming in now, then there's another 5 have just come in. So
quick.
Get it in.
Yeah. Oh wow! I had 20 in the last 5 seconds.
Oh
no! 2, 1, done. We're done. That is it. Look, well, there's nothing you can do now, is there? So all I'm going to ask you to do is sit back and relax. You know, Christians in sport, what we want to do is have a good evening. We've had a good time over the last 11 months doing these sports quizzes, but we love to tell you something about the good news of Jesus with Christians in sport. And a friend has invited you along tonight because it matters to them and it matters that you hear it too. So I think you're going to enjoy this. This is a good watch. A good watch because it's full of sport, but a good watch because it's pretty thought-provoking too. So watch the film and I'll come back on in a short while and ask a question of us. Enjoy.
A great question to ask anyone involved at any sport at any level is, what was your best moment? I wonder what moment you'd think of with a sort of faint smile of satisfaction.
There were so many great moments playing rugby. you know, winning your first cap for your country, it's a boyhood dream, really. You've arrived, you just feel that, whew, this is it. I've been picked for my country, and you know, this is all I've dreamt about, really, as a rugby player.
The feeling of winning an Olympic medal is such a hard feeling to describe. I mean, really, standing on the podium with the 3 girls that I'd rowed with was such a special moment.
My best moment in sport has to be when I was playing for Portsmouth, and we got promoted to the Premier League. It had been a long season, been a tough season, but we were riding high for most of that time, and to be part of a team that gets promoted to the Prem is an amazing moment.
I think what we so love about those memories is that for a moment our talent fulfills its potential. That's where as Christians we see sports people fulfilling their God-given gifts.
One of the questions I asked was, now I'm a Christian, do I have to be a vicar? And the chaplain said, no, I don't think you do, Linvoy. He said, you've been given a gift to play football, and you know, and that's how you can glorify God.
You know, a big part of my motivation was to do well and to represent my country and to win medals. But actually my main motivation was the fact that, you know, God gave me those abilities and talents and opportunities.
Sport also reveals that there's something wrong in our world and there's something wrong with us. In sport there's pain, cheating, jealousy and injustice. So just like in every other part of life, sadly sport reveals our brokenness, our weakness and our wickedness.
Sport definitely can bring out the best and the worst in people.
The gift that I was blessed with, I wasn't a great rugby player, but I feel that I was blessed with passion. A lot of that passion was misdirected. I got sent off, I think. I'm one of the 7 international Welsh players that have been sent off for his country.
I think after being a pro for about 10 years or so, I'd realised that in my life that the football wasn't giving me the satisfaction that I'd hoped for. I'd be playing games, winning games, losing games, but I always felt anxious. I never quite felt satisfied with what was going on. I chased money for a bit, thinking that would give me the happiness, and that never quite did. And then it got to a point where I started to question what life was about.
The emotions of frustrations within sport, because it builds and it builds and it builds, and whether it's in training or for events, you know, you're building towards something. So when that goes wrong, or when something gets in the way or someone gets in the way, it can often bring out extreme frustrations and reactions in people.
You know, sport reveals much to us, doesn't it? We see players and coaches responding differently when things are going for them, when things are going against them, and sometimes we see flaws in their characters. I'm a flawed person, like everybody else in this world. We're all flawed. But I think sport then, like in life, you know, a player that's been a great, who's coming to the end, starts to get bitter when he gets dropped, because you start to believe in your own invincibility.
I remember taking the funeral of one of my best friends from university. We played rugby together at Twickenham in 1987, and in 2005 he suddenly died. I still can't believe he's gone. So as I took the funeral, I stood at his graveside and I said these words from Psalm 103. As for man, his days are like grass. He flourishes like a flower of the field, but the wind blows and its place remembers it no more.
I finished in London. It was a mixture of emotions because we didn't do as well as we'd have wanted to do. We made our Olympic final, which actually was fantastic for us at the time. I'd had injuries on the run up to that, so to make our Olympic final was really special, but we were disappointed with our race in the final. So when we finished, real mixed emotions, because I thought, oh, maybe I should carry on, you know, do I want to finish like that?
It's like when you play for Wales, you can be in the jersey, but we're only borrowing the shirt. You're only there for that period. It's not your shirt.
I think I realised, you know, being a professional footballer could end at any point, where a teammate of mine at Reading got tackled, and it didn't look like the worst tackle, but when we watched it back, it was a very bad tackle and ended up having quite a bad leg break, and he never recovered. And I think at that point you realise that you're not invincible.
So we do flourish, but it's over so quickly. It's true of sport and it's true of life. But what can we do with a truth like that? Fortunately, the Bible doesn't stop there. It offers answers to the deeper questions that life and sport provoke but can't answer.
I think the biggest question that being in the sports world throws up is really who are we? Who am I? Because for that period of time it's easy to get caught up in I'm a rower or I'm an Olympian.
I started to ask questions like, well, is God real? Is Jesus real? What's this world about? Are we here for a reason?
We're going to have struggles in this life. People say, why did nice people get hurt? Why did bad things happen? Well, we just have to read the Bible for that, and it's all there.
The Bible calls us to acknowledge God as the giver of our gifts, including our sporting talents. It tells us that He made us for relationship with Him, but that we refuse to acknowledge Him. So we take His gifts but push away the giver. And rightly, He's committed to bringing this world to judgment. But wonderfully, that isn't the end of the story. He's also committed to rescuing this world from judgment. How do we know this? Well, the Bible contains eyewitness accounts of the man called Jesus, God's Son, come to earth. But as you know, He died on a cross. So why did He die? Well, it wasn't just a Galilean carpenter getting crucified. Christians believe that He died on the cross to pay for our sin, to forgive us our rebellion. Furthermore, He also rose on Easter Day to offer us eternal life. So they took Him off the cross, certified Him as dead, and put Him in a tomb. And 3 days later, He was walking around again. Now that changes everything. If He got through death Himself, He can get us through.
A lot of people say you've had too many bumps on the head, but why am I a Christian? Because I know and I realise what Jesus Christ has done for me.
I follow Jesus because I recognise that what He done for me by dying on that cross for me and rising again on the third day so I could have that relationship with God. For me, why would anyone want to do that? Why would anyone want to do that for me? And to know He done that for me is amazing.
So what do you think? Well, maybe there are days when we see that there's something profoundly wrong with the sport that we so love. And maybe there are days when we see that death is the reality that it appears to be. And maybe, just maybe, Jesus Christ is the answer to those things.
I had a choice before I knew who Jesus was. My life was difficult, and now I know who Jesus is. Even though there are difficulties, I don't live in those difficulties. I just live in the fact, knowing that I've got a relationship with the King of Kings.
There's only one person that has ever gone into a cemetery and come out with life, and that's Jesus Christ. Changes everything. Death has no grip on us.
If you offered me an Olympic gold medal, even from London, my home games, and said, is that more important than your faith? It's not, because my medals will pass away. In the light of eternity, actually knowing Jesus is the most important thing you can ever have or know.
Okay, super. I hope you enjoyed that, because it's a good video, isn't it? And it's thought-provoking and thinking about life and death. We've got a question that's going to come up. Just to give you 2 minutes. Look. At the end as well, we'll just show you a web link that you can look at that takes you to the web page. If you want to find out more, how do you respond in the way that Linvoy and Garin and Debbie did? How do you respond to the good news of Jesus? And you can read through the actual script of the video just to check it through for yourself. So we'll bring that link up afterwards at the end. But for now, 2 minutes, if you're in the team, here's the question that we'd love you to ask, to throw around together. We'd love you to ask. Oh, it's not going to come up. I'm going to ask you. What from the talk, What from the talk has challenged or encouraged your thinking about life or death? Okay, so there's the question. What from the talk has challenged or encouraged your thinking about life or death? 2 minutes just to chat that around, and then we'll come back in, answers, prize giving, and we'll get out of here. Well, there we go. 2 minutes isn't that long. And so if you need longer to think through things, then please do talk to the person that sport. You would love you to think seriously about those things that you heard in the video. It changes everything. It really does. But for now, let's talk about the answers. We'll crack on with these straight away. Should we go to round one and work through the answers? Good. I've got these then. Remember the Six Nations? One of the Six Nations. Question one. Since 2000, it was the Six Nations. Question, which nation has won the most matches since 2000? It was England.
Just.
Just. Good. Good, John. Question two. Which nation had the most men seeded in the top 20 for the Australian Open this year? Oh, that's a tricky one. What we got?
2-1 against France.
There we go.
Wow.
On it. Question number three, which nation was runner-up in the 2018 women's hockey? That was, I think that was Ireland, wasn't it? There we go. Question four, 2016 wheelchair tennis Paralympic gold medalist Gordon Reid was born in which nation? I'm going for Scotland.
Yep.
Reid's a Scottish name, isn't it?
Yeah, indeed.
It is indeed.
There we go. Question five, since the Women's Six Nations was established in 2002, England have won 11 times. Who has won the next most tournaments? Interesting. Very good. Question six. Americans have won more men's Grand Slam golf tournaments than any other nation. Which of the Six Nations is second in the list?
Now, this is the second hardest question in the quiz, according to the stats. Only 25 people got this right.
Wow.
No way. What are we talking, Ireland?
No, it's Scotland. Scotland and then England. Scotland and then England. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Well done. Well
there
done.
you go.
Question
55
seven.
Winners.
Which nation is second in the all-time European rowing championship? There's the rowing question. Behind Russia, it is
Italy.
Italy. Yeah.
85 gold medals.
Very good. Good question. Question eight. Which nation was represented in the 2016 Olympics men's 100-meter final? Who was it?
France. Yeah.
Jimmy Vico. Jimmy Vico. French.
Good, Johnny. Question number 9. 5 of the top 10 point scorers for the British and Irish Lions rugby union team. From which nation? Got to go Wales. Surely Wales are coming in this, aren't they? Yeah. There we go.
That's Welsh.
Very good. Question 10. Which of the Six Nations has won the most men's football European Cup Champions League titles?
This is very close. Behind Spain. Spain are way out in front.
Are we not saying England? Yeah, England.
Well, then it's England. England 13. Italy have got 12.
Oh, there we go. Tight. Very good. That's round one.
There you go. Okay, well, on to the observation round then. So what is the number we see the first athlete wearing on her bib before she races? Was number 278. 278. There you go. What slogan was written on the white t-shirts of the women's lacrosse team yelling in a huddle? Attack mode. There you go. What is the colour of the wheelchair we see the basketball player getting into? So there were two wheelchairs, but it's the colour. It's green is the colour that the basketball player was getting into. Okay, on which leg does the para-athlete flipping on the beach have with their prosthetic? The right leg. For which nation does the injured soccer player lying on the floor play for? Yeah, I wondered if the fact it was a soccer player gave a wee clue there.
I hadn't noticed.
I noticed at the time.
That is a clue.
Okay, question 6. A baseball player breaks a bat on his knee. What team name is shown on his shirt? The Rays. There you go. And then we had, as Colin Kaepernick takes a knee, which letter is seen on multiple orange items behind him? G.
G for Gatorade.
Or Gatorade. There we go. Okay, how many times do we see LeBron James in the clip? We see him twice. One in action, one giving a speech. Which country's women's cricket team do we see in a huddle in the clip? This was a tricky one. But it was India. Yeah. And last one then, very difficult.
Officially the hardest in the quiz.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, 5 people got it right.
5. Okay, yeah, very difficult. Well, I'm impressed there's 5 actually.
Yeah.
How many different balls do we see in the total throughout the clip? It was 15.
I'm afraid we can't show you all the pictures, but you can go back and watch it again if you want.
I mean, hats off to those who got that one right, to be fair. You're going to be thrilled with that.
Cool, you're not wrong. Come on, round 3, the greatest rivals. This was a good round. I enjoyed this. What about question 1? Rivalry born in the college basketball scene 1980s. These two, there we go. Magic Johnson versus Larry Bird. There we are. What about these two international teams? Been involved in every World Cup win.
That's netball.
Australia, New Zealand. Didn't get that. Very good. Question 3. 2 local rivals have them stadiums less than a mile from each other. It's got to be Everton and Liverpool, hasn't it?
Indeed.
Very good. Question 4. 22 NFL championships and engagement, 1921 onwards. 184 regular season post. Who are they?
Green Bay Packers.
Chicago Bears.
Oh.
Good, epic rivalry. Question 5. Look, have people got this right? Oh, of course, it's it's multiple choice, isn't it? So we're going to. Who have we got? We've got Nancy Kerrigan versus Tonya Harding.
There's a film you can watch, Lanx. It'll update you on it.
I might do. Question 6. 2 women's Super League rivals have finished in the top 3 of the league every season since 2015. Who are they? Arsenal, definitely. Yeah, Arsenal. Very good. Question 7. These rivals have played each other 56 times, with the younger of the two having won the majority of their matches. It's got to be the girls, hasn't it?
No, the girls have only played each other about 15 to 20 times, I think.
Yeah.
There we go. That's what I should pay attention. Yeah, Djokovic, Nadal. Question 8. These Olympians share a rivalry in the women's 200 meters, 2 sprint shares. 17 Olympic medals between them. Who are they?
ANC.
Veronica Campbell-Brown versus Alison Felix. ANC. Very good. What about the boxers? Joe Fraser, versus Muhammad Ali. Epic. And what about the snooker players? There they are. It's got to be ANC. again. Ronnie O'Sullivan versus John Higgins. There we go.
Okay, so round 4 was our listen up round, trying to hear the different sports players. So I think these answers are just going to run, are they, Johnny?
Yeah, we'll run. We'll just see. We'll prove who it is. Just
Okay,
in case
let's
there's any debate.
prove away.
What I will say is the royal family posted a message, which was, I mean, wow. That's one of the biggest honours I feel like I've experienced.
I mean, you look at all of the top players now have these massive teams around them, and
if he keeps up that form, it won't be long till he's back in the England squad if he keeps up that level, which he done tonight.
And I remember my parents kind of sat me down and they were like, "See, like, we know you're intelligent and we know you're talented, but obviously if you don't work hard, it doesn't mean anything."
I think we can take a huge amount of belief and confidence from the last 12 months that we've been playing together.
And now just concentrate on playing a bit of club and doing other things in my life, really. I've been very fortunate. I've had a fantastic career.
And whenever things have got tough or hard, that's the sort of what I try and bring myself back to.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously it's been
yeah, I mean, the 200's tough. I think I'm going to give it a little try in January.
I feel a little bit funny after I took that sip.
There we go.
Oh, that was good. That was very good. Come on, Johnny.
Maggie Alfonsi was the hardest one there. Only
Yeah.
25 people got that one.
Yeah, that's a tricky one.
Fair play to them. Here was a tiebreaker then. How many yards in total were gained by offensive teams on completed passes in the NFL 2020 season? If you got this, well done. 130,500. I can tell you now the winner was decided by the tiebreak, so get excited if that may be you. But
that's always a sign of a good quiz, Dan. Very good. Look, Johnny, let me ask you a couple of questions. How many teams did we have playing tonight?
We had 163 teams.
Okay, so decent numbers. We're still
804 people.
well, very good, very good. I just thought it might be lower numbers this time, so you're in with a better chance of winning, but obviously not.
No.
163. Look, have we got the top 3? Have we worked it out?
Top 3 is ready to go. Top 3 is ready to go.
Okay, look, before I hand over to you, let me just say that this isn't the end, right? So we are looking for a finale quiz, March the 26th. Okay, so that's when we're going to pull out all the stops. There'll be some chat about that in the coming months, but get that in your diary before we go through who the winners were this evening. Johnny Reid, take us to the podium.
Here we go. So the second place with 34 points was Click and Collect. I think that's a play on who does Click play for? Is he less? Oh, is it Leeds? Isn't it? I think I may have got that wrong. Leeds. I think Click and Collect 34 points, and then we have 2 teams on 35 points, separated by a tiebreaker. You'll be able to find out exactly how close you got on the leaderboard in a minute. In second place, we have Jack Leach's right bicep on 35 points.
Random name.
Very random. Wonderful Jack Leach. 35 points. So unfortunately, you finished second to the Cambridge Assessment Yellows with 35 points. Well done to you.
Wow.
There you go. And you'll be able to find, everyone can find their score just as we end the quiz in a few minutes' time at /leaderboard. You'll be able to find how you got on, what position did you climb the rankings from last time. You'll be able to work it all out there.
Oh, listen, amazing. Well, no matter where you've come on leaderboards, we really hope you've had a great evening. It's been great having you with us. And yeah, it's just enjoyed your company. Listen, hopefully you also enjoyed the video that we showed, and if there's anything else that you want to find out more about the Christian faith, then there is a web link. You can see that there, christiansinsport.org.uk/more, and there you can actually watch the video again as well, and just take some time to think about it and think about those big questions. But yeah, it's been great. Thanks.
It's been one of the best, Katie. I mean, I say that every month, but it's been a great time, hasn't it? Thank you very, very much for joining us on a Friday night. Hope you enjoyed. Hope it's been food for thought. And do join us again the 26th of March for the finale. And we'll see who pips everyone to the post then. It should be an epic time. So until then, stay safe, keep well, and And listen, God bless. Good night. See you, Johnny. See you, Katie. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.